Hello, here's another Osaka League game that Black won by resignation, and this time it's quite a convincing win because of killing the dragons in the top. So there is really no way for White to come back after that happened. And actually, the game looked good pretty much from the beginning. So let's have a quick look. Parallel Fuseki, and one corner approach here, another corner approach. This is a very speedy Fuseki for Black. And now the Shimari in the top left corner. Extremely modern Fuseki. Usually here when white plays the high defense at f4, black can immediately continue with a peep. This is AlphaGo style, and then slide in the corner. And after white defends the corner, black can extend back to d9. But it's also fine to play the Shimari in the top left corner because this is usually a move to invite white for a pincer on the left side, which actually happened. But this c11 pincer, it's a bit far away from c6, so it's very comfortable for black to fix a base. Therefore, white should consider a move like c9 to put more pressure. And now black either goes san-san or attach and hane in order to fix the stone in the corner. San-san it's okay because you can just go for a trade. Now on this kind of hane, you can play the 2-2 point move, and this allows black to extend further at f2. Otherwise, when you just play the solid connection, you will extend with game at e2 and then go up, and it's also fine because when this happens, black lives in the corner and creates a magi, and the stone at c6 is not completely dead. I mean, at some point in the game, black can start moving out with this and run, but not necessary to do it right now. So anyway, when white plays c11, this is a move that gives white mi to extend to the top or towards the bottom, but of course black will fix this c6 stone, which was really well played. So slide and then extend for a base, and now white also needs to do the same to make a base, but white was a little bit aggressive with this 2k. So here black hane and descent. Black can actually just go nobi, it's good enough because the formation in the top is very nice. When you play the nobi, it's super strong, so it's almost impossible for white to invade that corner, and white's formation remains thin. White will play a hane usually, and then some extension to fix a base, probably d13. But this is still somewhat over concentrated, and later on black can still try to take away the ice, remove the base with the second line Tesuji. And if white plays here, it's a bit over concentrated. So you already have center and you can play some other moves. But when you play the hane, white has to pull back, so now the base is quite solid. Black needs to descend, this is good. White will turn, black simply gets ahead. So black has a little bit of advantage here locally because the corner is very big. All of a sudden this became like 20 points, and white's base on the left side still kind of tiny and over concentrated. So we can say black is off to a pretty good start. Now white plays in the top, pincer, very natural to build the moyo up top, then white goes san-san, this is fine. Base Joseki, black has to separate, all good. Then jump. Now black decides to play r12, but actually here there are more interesting moves to think about. So first of all, if black wants to expand the moyo in the top, a keima like p13 would be interesting, and this is followed by r13 tsuke. So when white plays a big point here, you immediately attach and white goes down. But before you play this keima, you can play keima on the left side, because this will put pressure on white's group. So white needs to come out to secure this group on the left, and then play the other keima. So this will grow the moyo, I mean the box will come to the center like this. So it's really maybe a little bit hasty to play r12. r12 has the meaning to go s15 and remove the base in the corner, but and in the same time help r6. But on the right side, you can just play r4, hane, and then fix the corner this way. And then decide whether you want to play p13 or r12 or maybe push along at q14. So here black has like 3 options, and you better wait because you don't know exactly which one you're going to use more effectively. Anyways, it's okay to play something on the right side. So this is not like a bad move, but there are those alternative choices to consider. So white comes out, hane. White should actually hane here. Normally hane, black will nobi, and white connects, black extends. Or maybe black can try a double hane to ruin a little bit white's shape. So white has to nobi, then when black connects, this r12 it's in the vital point, so white needs this kind of move. But anyways, it's okay for white to play p13. h17 looks a little bit desperate. So black kicks. Another move to consider is just play f18. So simply enclose the corner, and now this white is still on the run. White needs to come out with a shoulder hit, maybe a jump like this, and fly out into the middle. But then you came out and you separate the left group from the top. So white is still a little bit in trouble. Anyway, 2k is good too, because if white simply comes here, black will take away the base, and then white has to jump, and again you split the groups. So it makes sense to play Kosumi Tsuke. Now white is trying to go for a Sabaki with this attach. White obviously it's a little bit in trouble already. He can try Hane, Atari, and then come out with this shoulder hit and a one space jump. So it's much easier to make Sabaki for white. Playing this Tsuke looks like it's still going to be in trouble. No need to play that loose. It's enough to play the solid connection or descent, because there's a little bit of Aji in the corner, in the top, because of this O17 and threatening a cut at P17. So playing like this, white comes out, black jumps, and now there is no more Aji here. Black can keep the territory while white is still running into the center. Playing this move leaves lots of cutting points and it's a bit dangerous, but eventually the fight turned well for black. A little bit lucky though. So push, then cut. There is so much edge after this cut. Normally, black was supposed to defend on the right. A bump or maybe a descent again, and allow this Atari and capture. You gotta let white live in the top and just take care of the top right area. So, I mean, even if white lives here, he put lots of stones just to survive, but black gains a lot of territory in the process. So playing this connection is dangerous, but white didn't punish. So instead of playing Atari, white should play Hane and just threaten the double Atari. I mean, what are the options for black? If black plays the bump, then immediately double Atari comes. If black plays Nobi, white will cut, and there's still a problem with those double Atari and shortage of liberties. So, for example, if black plays here to prevent the cutting points, white can simply Nobi, threatening to capture those guys, then black will play one Atari to escape, and white cuts the top stones, and all of a sudden, capturing these guys, white connects everything together here. So compared to the game, white is alive, he gains territory and ruins all black potential. So Hane is the most simple move for white to consider. If black plays here, white can Nobi, and you cannot cut, because when you cut it's the same thing. You will go up, if you connect here you lose these stones, and if you play Atari you lose the other stones. And if you try out the moves, for example, you play Nobi, he cuts, and then you play this one, he can play Kosumi Tsuke, I mean attach like this, threatening a snapback or a capture from behind, because if you play this one, Atari comes and you cannot connect. And if you come out, he will go for snapback and then cut the two stones in the top. So this was an opportunity that white missed in that top fight, but it happens. So he cuts, then black defense, that's good, there are no ladders. So Atari, this is all forced. The problem for black is that his group in the top, it's not yet alive, so difficult. Now white has a problem with this group and a problem with the other group. And actually the game was kind of decided in this fight. So white comes out, black does the same, Atari, connect. I wonder if here white can cut this way. Would be more interesting, because if black goes Atari here, white comes out, if Atari here, white connects, if Atari here, come out, extend, go this way, and now it's tricky because it's not so easy to catch that white group. When you push from here, you will just switch direction and come out like this. So that can be a dangerous fight. Connect here makes sense. White connects too. White should actually connect with a Kosumi, because like this he can put pressure on the entire group. I mean, when black defends here, white can play this kind of move. Then when you push and you play the bamboo connection, white goes down. Then you gotta run out to the right, which is quite painful. Maybe eventually the group will escape. But now, yeah, black needs to capture the top. Anyway, compared to the original game, this is a much better result for white, because he has all this potential in the middle. At least he's not losing the group in the top for free. This peep is not necessary, because anyway there are cutting points, and it's more interesting to keep push, cut, Atari, Atari, and then connect. Because now your group is all connected, so you're not going to be in danger. And the group in the top still looks dead, and the one in the middle it's in trouble too. So instead of peep, which obviously white will play here, you better keep either the agi by playing this, and come back, or push, cut, and squeeze. Because you see what happens later in the game? He will try this p11 to threaten the cut. So anyway, black has to come back and connect p15. Now if white does the same, he plays p11, then you push, throw in, Atari, Atari again, and then you jump out somehow, like this. So there is no more cut at q13. Actually, you don't even need to play the second Atari, you just play out, because when he pushes here, then it's Atari. So it's important to keep that option available. Once you play the peep, I mean this S13, it's already Ajikeshi, so that combination no longer available for black. But luckily, yeah, this cut is good. White is just going to be trapped inside. And black has so many liberties. So this fight really decided the game. Yeah, interesting push. And actually now, black should play Atari from the other side and finish white off. Just Atari here, white connects, ladder this guy. When white cuts, you can play Atari and then connect. So the group is fine in the middle. If he tries a squeeze here, doesn't matter, he's got only like 4 liberties. If he tries to catch this group, you jump out. If he runs from here, you push through, then he has a problem with this group. Jump again. And this one he cannot catch. Obviously, black has eyes and lots of liberties and white doesn't, so it's game over. Anyway, Atari here, so the fight keeps going. Then this connection, this one is more interesting because you put pressure on the other group. Anyway, white needs to play here, Hane, block, defend, make some life, and then you put pressure like that. And all of a sudden, the top group is in big jeopardy. This one leaves the peep. Also interesting to play this kind of move. But okay, this one kind of connects r6, so not too bad. Hane block, it's all good. This Atari inside, it's not necessary. Actually, it's better to play Atari from s6, white connects, now black defends, and this group still needs another move to leave. He needs to play here. Because if he doesn't, if he plays like in the game, Hane, jump or something, then you just cut one time, and it's dead. When he plays this one, you play here, on this one, Atari, he takes, and you Hane. So this is actually just one eye. Therefore, playing Atari from the inside, this gave white 2 eyes directly, because even if you play Atari, there is no way to remove the second eye. But if you play Atari from the outside, that's an important detail. Atari here, he answers, you leave, and then he needs to play another move. So he leaves in Gote, which means being Sente, you can attack the middle or attack these bottom stones. Anyway, the game looks good for black. But why take Gote when you can take Sente? So Hane, he jump, took a stone, that's good. Life, perfect. White jumps in the middle, and he's still in trouble. This shoulder he did very good. And go out. You can actually go out with a jump, and then when he wedges, you play Atari this and this. He needs to connect under somehow, and then separate everything. So this dragon is still in trouble. The jump is more flexible than the Nobi. Once you play a one-space jump, the idea is that if he plays other moves, then you block this way, and it's easier to make eye shape. Anyway, it's also good to step ahead with that move. Now Hane, white connected. White should play Atari and then this kind of move to go for a co-fight. Black will try to destroy the eye shape this way. White can go for an eye here, then Atari, and now ko. So his last chance is to win this ko in order to kill the dragon. If he loses the ko, it's finished anyway. But the way he played in the game, there is no ko. He will just die unconditionally. So he played this move. Yeah, black takes the vital point. Nice, Tsumego. Basic. Remove the eyes. Push again. And not too many liberties. I mean, this black dragon on the right has lots of liberties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 liberties. White is very short up top. Maybe more like 5. So white takes a liberty. Black takes a liberty. Separate, that's good. Yeah, this is okay. But now you don't need to play there. I mean, you can just play some other moves. For example, you turn here or try other things too. Because there are still lots of liberties. Anyway, this is like declaration of victory. So it shows white there is no way to fight. More interesting to come out with the 2 stones. So just jump in the middle and then turn J3. If he keeps connected around here, let's say he plays this, it's all fine. Once you block here, you can slide. So he needs to play this one, then you jump to the left. It's good enough. He could play Hane. And when you cut, he can Nobi or pull back or Atari here and go this, then squeeze. And his group actually in the middle is safe, and now the black group on the bottom is trouble. So yeah, he pulls back. That cut is dangerous. Very good to play Atari J6 first to prevent the ladders. Now they are broken. That's not so interesting. Why should either play this schema, threatening to cut the stone, and then some preparation on the left, and then try to kill the group in the middle? I mean, he needs to kill these guys on a large scale. Anyway, he's probably losing the game because losing the top group was too big. But like that, the center will go away too. So this is all forced. Hane, very good. Atari. Oh, black can even connect. I mean, that's easy, double Atari, but if you connect and he plays this one, then you just connect and he's not completely alive. Tuck, tuck. He needs to play Atari connect. Yes, if he plays this one, you throw in and then you force the eye. And if he plays this move, you just play Atari here. Or you play the throw in and after that Atari. And if he connects, it's just one eye. And if he doesn't matter, it can be force. So you can kill everything, but okay, no need to be greedy. Then push, very good. So already after the push, this group is dead. Therefore, resignation, it's coming up soon. So shoulder hit, attach, wedge, very good. Cut, you can actually connect. Because if he connects here, you block like that. When he comes out, Atari. When he defends the middle, you take the Ponuki, and if he tries to cut you here, it's self-Atari, so boom. But okay, this is safe. When he plays Atari, you don't have to answer. So play a Sente move. Then, yeah. In fact, now it's bigger to play something here. Try to reduce that base. Or push in the corner, it's also very big. If he connects here, it's not such a big deal. I mean, you damage more points in the lower left corner than the double Atari. Obviously, this gives black a lot of eye shape, but black was fine. He can connect to the middle. And yeah, the push is good. Now he needs to protect like this, but anyway, he's behind. So yeah, a complete victory. This time, it looked like black was in control from start to finish. A little bit shaky, that top right fight, I mean, where white could Hane M18, but once white cuts M16 and he gets in trouble with two groups, it's pretty much over. So, well done on this one, keep on winning, and I hope you enjoy the review.